Welcome to another week of daily prayers from First Church Belfast. How long has the lockdown been? It's hard to be absolutely accurate, but you can make a guesstimate based on the length of my hair, coupled with the steady reduction of the Easter eggs above my shoulder. As the lockdown is extended, people can become more unsettled and cabin fever can set in. It's also a time when the novelty of remaining indoors wears off, and patience with one another can start to become as scarce a commodity as hand sanitizer. But don't worry, this is not forever. This will lift eventually. Maybe it's an idea to think over all the good things that we have, to make a list of them and to spend a short time focusing and being grateful for them, counting your blessings in old money. You'd be surprised at the length of the list you can come up with. So take care of yourselves, and if you can, join us every evening at 9 p.m. for a short meditation and a prayer. Suffering is difficult. In times of suffering, we have to learn how to love, and that means disengaging our abstracted and rational minds. Listening to the daily briefings from the British government, we can acclimatise our ears to the statistics rather than to the individuals. We hear that so many hundreds have died yesterday, without really acknowledging that they were all fathers and mothers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, family and friends. Learning to love means being able to see every member of humanity as being a unique individual. And it's here that we come to see the great difference between pity and compassion. Pity is when we love someone who is suffering, but really that love is somehow rooted in our own fears. When we see another suffering, when we see somebody dying, for example, we cannot help but fear our own death. And if we are controlled by that fear, even unconsciously, we pity the person who is dying. Poor thing, we say. Thank God it's not me, we think. But when our love meets the suffering of the other face to face, and breaks through our own fears, we no longer think of the other as a poor thing. We think of them as a person, like ourselves. They are not separate from us. Compassion comes from the Latin com, meaning with, and passus, the verb to suffer. It literally means to suffer with. Compassion is when we recognize that we mourn with those who mourn. We die with those who die. We suffer with those who suffer. This is the compassion that does not watch the news in a detached way. This is the compassion of Christ, which has united all humanity in himself. When you give a glass of water to the thirsty, you give it to me, he said. What you did for the least of my little ones, you did to me. Keep safe and well. O God, who is called many things by many people, your Spirit fills heaven and earth. We thank you that you are our source of strength, and that in you we have a refuge wherever we go as we serve you here on earth. We thank you that your life can be revealed in us, and your life can flow through us so that the world may be blessed by you. Protect and strengthen us in times of trouble and sorrow. And when we travel on new paths, give us your Spirit to show us the way, so that everything we say and do may lead to the good and to your honour. God, through your ineffable Spirit, unite us in the unshakable hope that your will shall at last be done on earth as it is in heaven. And grant that we may rejoice in the certainty that whatever happens, Our paths are made level and firm by your love and your faithfulness. Amen.